How many of you guys have Instagrams for your dogs? 1, 2, that's it? 2? What's yours?
Adventures of Tiberius Blue.
Adventures of Tiberius Blue.
Mine's Adventures of Lucy and Miko.
Adventures of Lucy and Miko. Mine's Blue the Dog Official. I just made one for Blue. One for Blue. But I mean, to be honest, social media has been around. It's here. I highly recommend making a little Instagram for your dog. I'll be honest, since I started mine for Blue, it adds a little bit more joy to playing with them, because now I'm like trying to get a photo and I like looking at them later. And to be honest, it's a great thing to check out when you're like 2 years down the line and you're like, what did my dog look like? You know, it's your memory book. That's how we look at our memories. I believe Apple actually switched it from saying photos to memories or moments or something like that. They made it more personal because that's what it is. We keep everything on our phone, but yeah, I would make an Instagram for your dog. They're all cute. Tell his story. I shared his story. I think it got more likes and shares than any post that we shared in like the past year for the most part. People freaked out when they saw him. They're like, this is the coolest thing in the entire world. Most people wanted to rescue him. They were confused. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I would share your story. I've gone over the concept of being your dog's secret service, but if you take it a step further, it's really this concept of a bubble theory around you. If you think about a 5-foot perimeter, your job is to keep anything from coming within 5 feet of you and your dog. You have to protect your dog at all times. You're the Secret Service, they're the president. If they feel that you are going to protect them and that you've created a safe spot with this 5 foot, you now can keep their attention and you can control them and they won't be reactive.
How do you do that with an oncoming loose dog?
So with an oncoming loose dog, you want to, 1, stay calm, B, put your dog in a sit. I would always position my body in front of the dog so I'm in between the threat. I'm gonna use you, right? You're gonna be the off-leash dog who's coming to join our group class. I don't know what she's about to do. She could be a homeless person. She might, who knows? She could be like a purely positive person. I don't know. So I'm gonna stand here, off, relax, I got this. And now I'm standing here. What you see me do at group class is I usually go, hey, how's it going? Hey, cute dog. Hey, how's it going? You want to come over here, check out your owner? What's going on? Let's go back over here. Go on, find your friends. Go on, see you later. Okay, good. Okay, now we're safe, right? You can come back to group class. But that's what you have to do is you have to embody being the Secret Service. It's not a cute analogy. I'm not, giving it, for the laughs. You have to be on duty. If you're not on duty, your dog will be. So the reason I say stay calm is the second you're vulnerable or unsure of what's about to happen, the dog goes, thanks for tagging me in. I got this. And now they start to become reactive. So just stay calm. You know the system. Everybody here knows what to do if your dog reacts. That was quiet. You guys all know what to do? I hope you do. Right? To be honest, I would use the leash more. I see so many people that do rely on the button and they're not using the leash. A lot of people rely on the commands. So I would also get to know yourself a little bit. When you're communicating with your dog, are you an over commander? Do you say the commands more than once? Man, there's a lot of people, I don't know if they disappeared. I don't know where they went. Somebody was here and they said sit like 15 times when they first got here. They weren't pressing the button and they weren't using the leash. So over commander. Then you've got people that use too much leash, right? And they're just too strict. That's why the 15-foot leash is great, because you can drop it, get back, and tell the dog to come, use your body, tell the dog to sit, and you can control the dog and build some trust. Or are you using the e-collar too much? Do you button too much? Are you an over buttoner? But get to know your patterns because you need to use all of them. You need to use the leash, you need to use your voice, your body, be animated. We're just communicating. Dog training is finding a customized language to communicate to your dog. That's all it is. I'm helping you create a language with your dog where you can communicate and build behaviors. That's all it is. So if it's about communication, you have to be effective with your communication. Any other questions? Give your guys, nobody's giving their dogs love. I'm saying you guys, not a single hands on it. And your dog's perfect. Calm and relaxed. Riley's good. Let your dogs know they're good. This is great. This is the moment you want, is just letting them know, hi, we're good. Yeah, I know. I know. So if you see, by giving affection when they're on place, the dog's gonna relax more. That's the whole point of this, is to give affection when your dog's doing what we want. This is positive reinforcement the right way. The dog will then submit to what it's doing and go, okay, I could lay here all day. You're my best friend. Granted, I'm doing a little secret ear tickle here. I don't know if everybody knows about the ear tickle, but you put your knuckle inside their ear and you give a little tickle, and that's it. They're yours. You got them. And they are done. Good job. I know. Oh man, I love you, buddy. But hanging out with your dog is the best thing you can do. Place is great. Any other questions? I want to go on a quick roundabout walk to finish off, and I want to kind of work on some heel stuff with you guys again. We're going to kind of see how everybody is with loose leash walking. That's a tongue twister. Loose leash walking. So slowly, one at a time, come down the mountain, and we're gonna go this way this time. What she just said is, my dog is great here with all these dogs, but if I'm on my own and I see one dog, my dog reacts, right? So this is a very interesting dynamic. This is a big pack, if you really think about it. We're one big group. Most of these dogs know each other, so it's not the first time that they're seeing this picture. So this becomes a regular picture for the dogs. So they go, got it, okay, cool. Yeah, I know all these dogs. The first time it sees a brand new dog that's over there, it's like, I don't know who you are. And then it wants to go say hello. So it's really that it's a new distraction, not that it's just one, it's that it's something new and different. Like we said before, if it's new, if they haven't seen it before, they're gonna react, right? We guys can start walking. Feel free to pair it up. Mako and Pablo are happy today. We're going to the box game, baby. This is one of my favorite things to do. This is how we started pack walks officially for Epic Dog Pros. You're gonna bring your dog, come in this box. You two are gonna come, stay in this box. You're gonna be the front line, and all of you are gonna be in this back row. Nice. You guys are gonna come be the front row, that dog as well, and then you'll be in the back row. He takes up the back row, so that's fine. You're gonna come here. You guys are all in the box, so take a look around, see who's in your box. This is called the box game. So this, even though this is two boxes, technically, when you guys come forward, this will all be one. So this is a great way to be mindful of who's next to you and how close you can actually get to one another. So just with you guys, I'm gonna have you take, some steps forward and line up here in this box and put your dogs into a sit. Line up though. Come a step forward, right up to the blind. It's all right. Off. Hey, come here. Sit. Sit up. There you go. And just relax right here. It's all right. And it's okay for him to kind of observe that there's some dogs. Yeah. Good job, just relax. All right. So as we walk, I want you guys to be very, very slow, but the game is to make sure that all of you are in the same box together. So you're moving as a group. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dogs in this box. You're gonna wanna maybe stand in here a little bit, like scooze over a little bit, and then come in. So you guys are all in the box. Everything else is lava. I forgot the main rule. Everything else is lava. You can't go outside of the box. So you guys have to survive. You're gonna squeeze in just a little bit as well. Your dogs can do it. I know they'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dogs in this one. 1, 2, 3. Not too shabby. And as we slowly walk back to where we started, I want you guys to just look to your left, look to your right. You guys are one big bubble. This is kind of that pack theory. You're now one big bubble. So you guys are a group. Be mindful that you now have people behind you. This will be good for him. You guys are one big group. And what's gonna happen is as you get to the line, I want you to stop and sit your dog. So as you guys walk forward and stop on this line, put your dogs into a sit. As you get to that line, put them in a sit. As you get to that line, put your dog in a sit. You can begin. So go to the, we're gonna go 2 blocks and then sit. So 1 block and then that next one, put your dog into a sit. And then you guys go there. Come 2 blocks, put your dogs into a sit. And then you guys finish in the block. Keep going. Sit. Good. Sit your dogs. Sit. Good. Try to stay in. Sit. Synchronized sitting, synchronized walking, move as a unit. This is also a great way to see how your dog is sitting. Do they line up perfectly with the line? Does your dog take a few steps backwards when you tell it to sit? Does it lean left or right? Does it skirt behind you? Or does your dog sit with its paws connected perfectly to yours in synchronicity? Yeah. So the more you get to know your dog, then you know what you can fix, what you can change. So if this dog likes to take that step backward, which is common for Great Danes, because they almost have to like put that whole butt into a sit, you're just going to want to have forward tension. So when you go like this, sit, lift up, and then have a little forward. So that way he starts to learn, I'm coming here. So it's just using the leash to tell him I don't want you to go backward. I want you actually right here. Okay. And it's just showing the dog. Okay. The best part about how well you know your dog is you can make those little tweaks. And then it's like, wow, your dog is perfect. How did you do that? Well, I got to know my dog's problems really well, and then I helped fix them. Okay. That's all it is. Dog is something else. There's fountains. So again, what distracts your dog? Does fountains trigger your dog? Definitely something to know. Good. Make sure you're giving your dog affection when it looks at you. So what I want you guys to do for the final stretch is I want you guys to experiment with your speed of walking. The 3 types of speeds: low speed, medium, high speed. Pretty simple, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to experiment with walking slow, medium, and then fast, and keep your dog with you. Your dog will naturally decide when it wants to walk slow, medium, or fast. What I want you to do is I want you to keep your dog guessing. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go 10 steps or 10 blocks and then sit your dog. 10 blocks, sit your dog. The first 10 blocks, slow. The next 10 blocks, medium. The last 10 blocks, go faster. Then I want you to reset and go from fast to slow. And that's the full cycle. And I want us to do that. And I want you to notice how your dog responds to walking slow, one step synchronized walking, to speeding it up a little bit, to, all right, let's walk, right? So notice how you changing the speed keeps your dog guessing, and they're like, oh, I gotta keep up with my mom. Hold on a second, we're talking. And now your dog's focused on keeping up with you versus you're trying to keep up with your dog's excitement, right? I don't want you going, I gotta keep up with my dog's pulling, I gotta go. Hold on, I'll see you later, my dog's pulling. Switch it up. So 10 blocks of slow, 10 blocks medium, 10 blocks fast. Finish it with 10 blocks slow. Let's give it a go. Let's go right, over the bridge, and through the woods. That's a song, right? I might be Jewish, but I know my Christmas carols. That's Thanksgiving. Is it? Over the river and through the woods.
Grandmother's house.
We go.
The horse moved away to carry the sleigh through the light and drifted snow.
Oh.
Over the river.
But there's a sleigh involved.
Now
That's
grandmother's cat I spy. Hurrah for the fun, it's the pudding done. Hurrah for the pumpkin.
You're right, pumpkin pie. There we go. Now you're at medium speed. We're kicking it into second gear. Medium speed, second gear, everyone. And try to stay synchronized. It's like you gotta find your place in this group. There's a lot of them. Speed walking, you can do more. Pick those knees up, high knees. No, I'm kidding, nobody hurt yourself. Go at your own paces, but you could jog. You could definitely jog a little. Good. Nitrous, Fast and the Furious, slow motion. Let's see what Vin Diesel looks like. Who's gonna be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Who's my Jason Statham? Michelle Rodriguez? Nobody? Not a fan of the franchise, all right. Don't forget to sit your dog and then go to slow. And you know what, just if you guys want to sit right there. Any other questions from today or anything else?
It's not really about my dog. It's kind of another
subject.
What do you got?
It's a real problem. My next door neighbors where I live right now, they have 2 dogs and they keep them outside all the time. And every time she goes out in the backyard, they bark and whine and yelp. It's horrible. And then they're on the side where my garbages are. If I can't even put anything in my garbages, and they're crazy, screaming, barking. And I want to call the police, but I don't want to do that. But,
Just use it as a distraction. So the way I look at it, let's go with the human concept of pretend that you have a child and your neighbors.
What was the question?
The question is, her neighbors have 2 dogs that literally bark nonstop.
they leave them outside.
They leave them outside, and every time Hannah goes out, they bark through the fence at her. If she throws trash away, the dogs bark at her. So she's literally being harassed by her neighbor's dogs. Constantly. It's annoying. It's not fun. What I would say is A, find the humor in it. B, don't let your dog react. Let the dog know we're better than that. Go. Don't even worry. Come on, let's go. Let's go do something else. And just don't make a big deal out of it and use it as a distraction. Right? Don't let it become a reactive dog. Just go, hey, let's go. Come on, off. Let's come inside. Come on, we're throwing the trash out. Who cares about them? But you got to blow it off. Like, who cares if you're barking? Let's go. We don't have time for it, right? The same thing with a kid that's like, Mom, they're partying. Our neighbors are partying. Can't I go? No, we're better than that. Let's go. You're doing homework. You're studying. Let's go. And just dismiss it. Don't acknowledge it where you're now getting emotionally connected where you want to call the police. Just dismiss it like you don't have time for that nonsense. And let's go. Come on. We're throwing the trash out. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Back in the house. Right? And just use it as a good distraction.
I can't do anything outside, including going and getting my mail at my mailbox. Those dogs hear me and they go crazy.
I would write a note. I would take one of our cards and put it on their door. Right? I mean, have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
But here's the other truth. How many of you guys have neighbors in your neighborhood? Not your direct neighbor, but someone in your neighborhood whose dogs are barking nonstop? Everybody. So the truth is, most dog owners that leave their dogs in the backyard and go to work for 9 hours have no clue that their dogs are barking all day. They think they gave their dogs the backyard and they did them a favor. They don't know the understanding of you just left your dog in a state of anxiety, in a free state where they're going, Mom, Mom, off. Off. I just said, Mom, I'm fine. All right, I'm fine. He goes, what? He needs help. Off. I'm fine. Nobody hurt me. I'm fine. Sit. 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 Down. But again, state of panic. If you're in a state of panic, if you're in a state of anxiety and you're barking, that's going to be a problem. So they're actually barking. They're almost going, Hannah, help, help, Hannah, tell your owner to tell my owner I need dog training. Help, help, I need a crate. Help, help, I need something, right? So maybe just have a conversation, by all means. It's okay to have a conversation with your neighbor or leave a card or something, but, it's the dog that's ultimately missing out. It's, don't call the cops because it's like the dogs are the ones that are going to get affected. It's like calling CPS on the kids. Just talk to the parents. Let them know you need to get your act together. Any other questions? I got to go to Huntington Beach now for a lesson. If anyone feels like going to the beach, I'm going to be doing a lesson with that fun German Shepherd Braley that came here a few times. It's pretty reactive. So if you guys want to join me, I'll be at the Huntington Beach. Otherwise, I'll be back here afterwards for another lesson if anyone wants to join in on that. So I'll be around. Otherwise, I'll send out a text. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for coming out.